All right, people. This week, we get colder and colder. We getting further and further into fall. And then we're going to be into the winter months. So icebreakers is always going to work from now on in. This week's question is going to be, if y'all could come up with one thing, just one thing, that takes Twitch and pushes it like further into the mainstream, makes it even more popular. Because as popular as it is, I could say it probably could still become a little bit more popular in some cases. What would that thing be? What would y'all do?
Okay. So basically, we're looking at trying to get Twitch to YouTube status, right?
I mean, you could say that in a sense. I guess my answer might be in a whole nother lane than the YouTube thing, but that might make this a better conversation, I guess. But if that's what you want to like go with, by all means, my friend.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'll start it off. I got a couple different things. Twitch, listen here. Nah, but there's some really obvious ones though, right? And I think the backdrop of the conversation has to do with YouTube. Regardless of where Twitch goes or wants to go, you have to look at who's the king of like this type of medium of like videos and entertainment and things like that. Like user created content, YouTube is the king. Period. Like there's really no one else you can really talk about it. Like monetization wise, discovery wise, and all those things. So the main thing that I want to talk about is the discovery portion of it. I think that would take Twitch to such a different level. The best thing about YouTube is the algorithm, right? So I know if I watch, I don't know I don't know what a good example is, but let's say I watch Nate Shot's video, right? If I watch like some video of him, I know it's going to take me over to like Tim or Shroud or somebody else. Like there's almost always like a recommended video after you finish watching a particular video. YouTube has refined their algorithm to the point where they know that, okay, if you like ABC, you're going to like 1, 2, 3. Like and they have it down to a science, and it's very good science. Like how many times have we, I know I'm like a huge culprit of this, but just been on YouTube and just going down the rabbit hole of like, okay, well, I'm watching like a video from Casey Neistat about like drones, and now like I'm on Marquez Brownlee's video about some other drone, and now I'm on some other video about like a phone. Like, it's like they know how to keep me engaged in what's going on because their discoverability and that algorithm is like second to none. And I think that's where Twitch falls apart. There is no discovery piece whatsoever. It's just like you go to the page and like you load up Twitch and it's just like, oh, here's like a million different streams. And like, okay, you can choose like if you want to look at a particular game, sure. But there's nothing that really helps you to like look for a particular type of creator that you may be looking for. And I think that hurts the creators. Definitely hurts smaller creators because they don't get as much opportunity to be seen, especially when they fit like a certain niche or they have like a certain style to them. So yeah, that's my biggest problem with Twitch, and honestly, a large part of why I'm personally considering switching over to YouTube gaming.
You heard it here first.
Dang. You want to go, Manny, or you want me to go?
Yeah, I could go. But like I do agree. Not only the discovery part, but I just feel like in order to expand yourself for Twitch, you need something more than just streaming. Because at the end of the day, like look what happened with YouTube. Before YouTube was just like videos, and now they're doing streaming, and not only streaming, but they're copying like the TikTok part of like doing shorts because they're trying to adapt to all the basic aspects of social media, trying to make pretty much everything in one spot, so you don't have to worry about going to Instagram for like your picture post and then all that other stuff. I feel like maybe if you add like a section on Twitch to be able to upload videos, that would be a good start. And like Denzel was mentioning, like the discovery is pretty bad. Like unless you're a big streamer that's partnered with Twitch, you're really not going to get discovered at all, which is you're not good for small streamers like us, of course, unless you're like in like a streaming community. Then that's like that's a good way to build yourself up. But definitely have like a who you might like, or maybe even like a like a local streamers kind of well, maybe not local streamers because then that's kind of giving away people's position, but something to give like for everybody so that they're not all watching the same old Shroud Ninja and stuff like that. Expand your horizons. But like I said, my pick, I would say definitely having like something new that makes the app unique, not just be like a streaming only platform, but maybe get a little uncomfortable and go the route of like making videos and stuff like that.
Real quick though, I actually do like that local streamers idea. Like you don't necessarily have to make your location public, but Twitch knows like your location anyway is based off your IP address, right? In most situations, so they could refine their
unless
algorithm.
You have a VPN.
True, unless you have a VPN. But then also if you're a partner, if you're an affiliate, like you have to give your information to Twitch so that they know like where they're sending money, if you do make money. So at some level, Twitch has the information to know roughly where you are. So they don't have to give precise locations, but like, let's say, they know people are in Connecticut. Like you can say, hey, like these streamers are in your area. You don't necessarily have to be more specific than that. I think that could go a long way, right? Like people are interested in supporting. Like it sounds weird, but it's like almost like supporting a small business, right? Or your local business. People might be a little bit more inclined to go watch a streamer that they know is in their area, for like a community's sake. So I do think that there's a lot of possibility with that idea.
Yeah, definitely. And I miss Mixer because one thing I miss the most about Mixer is like being able to throw gifts in the chat, and like the co-streaming was so easy compared to like what Twitch has to offer. So, if they bring features like that, I wouldn't be mad either.
Yeah, they need to trickle down the co-streaming thing for affiliates. Like, don't keep that locked away for partners and all that. That's garbage. I don't like that.
And they don't even use it half the time. Like, it's just there.
Yeah, seriously. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. You got more you wanted to add, or do you want me to go ahead and give me my piece?
I would like to hear what you got to say, Chris.
All right. Well, my idea is actually a little similar to yours. I had like a two-part answer, but I'm not even gonna say the other one because it's whack now that I think about it more and more. But I kind of was in the same loop as you, but my idea was more like, I don't get why they don't kind of take it and make it more of its own social media platform instead of it just being just streaming. Because the thing I always think about is TikTok. I hate how Twitch does the thing where like if you haven't streamed in so and so amount of time, that they just remove your videos off of the thing or whatever. I guess maybe it might be different if you're partnered or whatnot. Maybe they leave it permanently if you do that. But I wish it was a thing where you are able to upload your little clip videos on your Twitch and have people just go to your page and it's right there. It'd be cool if they had it where you could put up community posts and it could work like a Twitter, but just for gamers, you know what I'm saying? Or for people who are using Twitch for, I guess, other reasons too, but primarily gamers. It'd be so nice to have something where it's just that and you're not sifting through all the other social media bullshit. Like, I think that shit would be really good. And I guess Discord is kind of that in a lot of ways, but it's a third-party thing. It's like separate from it. I wish there was something that was integrated in it to make it more like that. The clips thing would be huge for me though. Like I really wish that they would let people just upload videos or short clips just to put on their profile page. I think that shit would be really cool to do. Especially for somebody like me, because I know I haven't been on Twitch in forever, but when I was doing it, I mean shit, sometimes if I'm playing some kind of FPS game or whatever, I go through stretches where it might not even be my best play. But if I could upload some videos, I could make a whole lot of difference. I could show you my good stuff and my bad stuff, so I don't know. I think that would go a long way for sure. And if they just turn it into more of its own social media platform, I think it would definitely take off a little bit more for sure. Yeah. Make it something where people have to have it on their phone. People always have their phone out. Make your app something where people have their phone out and they don't even have to be watching a streamer, but they still want to be in your app. That's what they need to do.
You know what I kind of wish they had, and like I like how you mentioned that because I feel like not only should they have like your clips right in front of you as soon as you open the page to see that, but I feel like they should also have like a clips tab and make it work how like TikTok works, where you just keep scrolling down through random clips of like games that you either follow or you tend to watch a lot on Twitch, so that not only you get to see like all these other various streamers, but like it helps broadcast not only the streamer itself, but also like, and it's a good way to keep, like a viewer like me entertained. So on the go per se, because not all the time I'm going to be able to watch a stream on the go or like on work.
Yeah.
But, if I'm on break 5 minutes, scrolling down some random clips and be like, oh, that's pretty cool. So I feel like that would be a dope little feature.
Yeah, man.
That's a really good point.
Especially in terms of like just when people, like you said, people playing other games. Like, I sometimes don't like how they set it up where like if you play, say you get a whole week of Destiny in or whatever, all your content, if somebody just goes to your page for the first time, is going to look like you're a Destiny player. And it's like not going to like look like you play other shit. Whereas like if you were able to just upload and do different things, you could make yourself look so much more of a versatile gamer.
Yeah.
It's just a better presentation,
Yeah. It's, I mean, all the things that we've mentioned are obviously like issues that the community at large has definitely brought up. I find it curious that it's not a conversation that Twitch themselves is having a little bit more openly, because I mean, let's face it, there are a number of creators that are leaving Twitch to go to YouTube gaming. And it is largely for the reasons that we've all talked about, right? Like YouTube is becoming a place where you can kind of go there for everything. And the idea that like to make it on Twitch, you really do have to put in a lot of work on other platforms. You need to build up a community within Twitter. You need to build up a community within YouTube. Like putting out YouTube videos helps out a lot. So it's like, I don't know, it would behoove Twitch to go ahead and make it that this is the only place you need to go, right? Like the things that you mentioned, Manny, like basically make a TikTok just for games, like that would within Twitch, that would make a lot of sense. Because even if you think about it, like TikTok is encroaching on some of that territory too. TikTok, you can stream on TikTok, right? There are people who have been streaming games on TikTok. Like it's a thing that like TikTok is in a place where if they want to continue to draw this out a little bit and they build up the infrastructure enough, they could just make a TikTok web page that looks a lot like YouTube. And now they're like second place in this race, right? And now Twitch almost kind of immediately falls off a little bit. It's interesting. I mean, TikTok's definitely coming for that crown, right? Like you can see they are putting things in place. Like obviously TikTok started off as what it was, then adding the live streaming component to it means that they're trying to, improve at some level. So it's only a matter of time before they start adding more features that start to encroach on YouTube and Twitch's territory. So Twitch definitely gotta wake up. Wake up.